Hi, I'm Melissa Fail, and I am your child's teacher. I do have some notes that I wrote myself, so in case you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. Who am I? Well, I am a teacher of 23 years now. This is my 7th year in 4th grade. I spent 10 years in 2nd grade and 6 years in 1st grade previous to that. The whole 7 years in 4th grade, I've been at this school. The previous 16 years, I was at a school in Bay Point. I have a 19-year-old daughter who's a CNA, and it's just she and I in the household. And, you know, I love being a teacher, and I'm super sad that your children are not with us, well, with me, this year in the classroom. I really would prefer them to be here with me. I want to break down kind of what distance learning is for us and what the district has put forward as times and the amount of live instruction versus independent work, and hoping that we can get some of that underway, and so you understand that. On Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, your children will get at least 120 minutes of live instruction from me per each of those days. Then they are required to do another 120 plus minutes on their own of independent work. Now, some kids will only need that 120 minutes to finish the work that I give them because it's due on multiple days. Some kids are going to need extra time, and that's where it becomes their homework, which is after their actual independent work time. On Wednesdays, though, that is different. We have 60 minutes of live time on Wednesdays with still the 120 minutes of independent work or homework extra time if things are not finished. I do a lot of grading, and I keep a grade book. My grade book is on Aries. I take what they do on Google Classroom and it transfers straight over into the Aries. Anything that's not on Google Classroom, I input it onto Aries myself, and that's where I keep all their grades so that when it gets to be report card time and they get that 1, 2, 3, there is no discrepancies about, okay, my child got a 1. Well, why? Because they're struggling in these areas. Or my child got a 3. Oh, they're excelling in these areas. Or they're a 2 and they're making progress. Some things I want you to do on a daily basis. I really need to have planners checked by parents daily, as well as Clever and emails. The students should be checking their emails. You can check with them. You should have all their login information in case you want to check their emails. Google Classroom should always be checked to make sure that you're looking at dates of when things are due. And really pay attention to dates, because in the planner, we write down when something is due and we circle it with a highlighter we're supposed to circle. And if they're doing that, you should know when things are due for that week. I'd like to talk about Zoom behaviors. I'm seeing a lot of behaviors that are very good and they're proper Zoom behaviors, but I'm also seeing some behaviors that are questionable or are not school professional kinds of Zoom behaviors. I want to remind kids, and I remind you if you're sitting near your child, that cameras have to be on during all live instruction, and their face should be in the camera. I shouldn't see only the tops of heads, or I shouldn't see the bottoms of their chins only, and I shouldn't see any animals in the Zooms with them, or stuffed animals or anything like that. It should be just your child. Everybody should come on muted and should stay muted unless they've been asked to unmute or been asked to answer a question. Clothes should be school appropriate. I am seeing some people not wearing school appropriate clothes. This is still the school day, and therefore we need to make sure that we are dressed appropriately. I'm also seeing a lot of kids lying down. And nobody should be lying down on their Zoom. Everybody should be sitting somewhere that is comfortable, but they should be sitting up because, again, they would not be allowed to lie down in the classroom, so they need to be using those same kind of school behaviors during their Zoom times too. Now, when they're doing their own independent work, or if they are doing their work that is homework, then they can be lying down if that's their choice or you allow that. But during school time, everybody should be sitting close to their computer so that I can hear them. Camera should be on, face should be on the camera so that I can also hear them. No toys, school appropriate clothing, and no one should be lying down. We have limited time on Zoom. We have a lot less actual one-on-one time than when we're in the classroom together. And so I want to be able to utilize that Zoom time as much as possible. After about another week, Zoom will be off during independent work times. The purpose of that is for kids to be able to become more responsible and follow the directions that were given before they got off the Zoom. During independent work times, they need to be getting the work done that we've written down in the planners. If their child has questions, or if you have questions about the work that needs to be done, then you need to wait for the virtual office hour times of 2:20 to 2:55 every day. That is the time that I can answer any questions or help kids that are having questions. So about another week, I will then go off of independent work time Zooms. Let's see, we should be into a routine by then. So tests and quizzes. So this year, we will have a lot of tests and quizzes, just like we do during the normal school year, but all tests and quizzes will be given during live segments. I really need to have them on the computer screen taking a test or taking a quiz with me watching them, just like if I was watching them in the classroom while they're taking it. This cuts down on any type of cheating that's going on, as well as the fact that no parent or sibling or other adult is helping them on a quiz or a test. If they get help, it doesn't show the true measure of what they learn and what they know. So again, tests and quizzes will be given during live instruction time. Some of our tests will be given through the Google Classroom. Some of our test links will be on Kahoot. Some of them will be on other apps that we use on Clever. We will have pickup and drop off of materials for picking up new pages and copies, or dropping off certain items that I'm asking back for, and we'll do that every couple of weeks. Some stuff I might want you to keep until it is a drop-off time, and I will tell the kids, please keep that until a drop-off day. That way it can be given to me, and I can look it over, and I can give a grade to it more up close and see the details of some things. So this is a basic overview that tells you about distance learning. If you have any questions, that you can hop on the Zoom invite that I'm going to send the day of back to school night. Probably about an hour before, I will send a Zoom link via email to whatever email addresses you have on site with the school. So look for that link, and if you have some questions, you can jump on the Zoom and then you can ask me those questions if they're something different than what I've just covered here. You can watch this video again if you missed something. Otherwise, if you don't have any questions, it is not required that you get on the Zoom for back to school night. It is up to you. All right? Okay, I hope I answered a lot of things for you. And if you have a question, I will see you on the Zoom link for back to school night. Bye.